Alright, for the last few months, I've been tracking updates about Comet 3i Atlas, as has everybody else, unless you've been living under a vacuum, in a vacuum, whatever you've been doing. I've got three things to raise, 3 points. Number one, I've looked at the publications on the comet and have analysed the data about the luminosity and colour of Comet 3i Atlas. Number two, I've noticed that music in the form of urban and contemporary rap music genres can be extracted from the dataset I was looking at. Number three, I started to write this music down using modern studio software, and well, here we are. Right, let's get it started. This is the primes, yeah, for the earthquakes. Yeah, let me play the tune, and I'll let you know how I got to it. The earthquakes. Yesterday was doing Fibonacci, where you get the last 100 years, and you look at the highest earthquakes in those years, and then you take the magnitude values and you look at the digits on those, and it's, let's say for example 7.8, and you add the 7 and the 8 and you get 15. So, and these values, you do that for every magnitude for each year that you got, and there's 100 of them, and then you look for Fibonacci numbers in the total, the digit total numbers. Yeah, so I did that for Fibonacci yesterday, and this one's the prime. So let me show you how I derived the prime tune now. If you look at the three notes I've got, they are G5, F3 and C4. Now G5 corresponds to 11 on the series of primes, and F3 is 13. C4 is 17, and if we look at them hard, we say, I told you this year, that ruler I've got going horizontal, and that is normalized so that all the years 100 can fit into 88. If you look at the first number, the first earthquake on the list, the second, third, fourth, that's what the earthquake number represents. The first earthquake on the list was also 1926, and that one is a prime. If you add the numbers together, of the digits of the magnitude, let me show you how. The first year is 1926, and if we go to the table for it, hold on, the tune's gonna be bashy, I'm sure. 1926. 1926 is here. All right, and the magnitude 7.6. 7 plus 6 is 13. 13 is a prime number, so that's correct. And so forth. If you look at the prime numbers, I could show you, and you'd expect them to be those ones. Yeah, 1, the 8th one on the list, then the 22nd on the list. If we go across to the table that I just showed you, let me look at it. Let me see it now. Go across, you can look at the primes. The primes for the year. Yeah, this one. And 1926 would then be the very first red one. That one, yeah, 26. But these are primes for the magnitude. Yeah, I was looking at primes for the years. 1926, you can see that that's a prime, and you got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 8th one is also a prime. The 8th one totals up to some prime number. Let me see which one it is. 17, and then so forth and so forth. Now, right, so Remember those three numbers there? Those three notes, I should say. Yeah. All right, hold on. Those three notes appear again here in the 36th earthquake that I looked at, which is more akin to 1966 in the data. Yeah. This is a crazy one. 1936, 1966, sorry, 68 and 74. If we go across to the table, we can see that now. Those are normalized years. These are the normalized years that I was talking about here, yeah? And 66? Those are the Fibonacci ones. 1966, 68, and 74, I think it was. Yeah. And those are the normalized years, but the actual years that correspond to that, 1966 was not the what did they have it here as? Yeah. Was not the 36th earthquake on the list. It was actually farther down. Yeah. 1966 appears to be the typical. Yeah. A typical one. I don't know why there's three. I don't know what that signifies, but I will find out. Maybe it's room for predicting things or prophesying. I'm not sure right now. 68 is this one. Yeah. So 66 was at 8.1, was the highest magnitude earthquake in that year. 68 was 8.3, and the next number was 74, which was 8.1. Yeah. Don't know what it means right now, but I'm getting 3 notes. Yeah. So I'm thinking to myself, what's up with that? The data, like I showed you yesterday on the Fibonacci, comes from Wikipedia. We got hang on. Deadliest earthquakes by year. Yeah. That's the one we got. That's the data set that I'm using. It's publicly available. It's nothing special in that sense. It's not top secret knowledge. It's well known these days. And those are the earthquakes. That's the earthquake data I'm using. Yeah, remember, this is just for what do I call it? This is just for show, like I say. Yeah. Anyway, let me go back in it and I'll play you what the song sounds like so you can hear it. Yeah, that's the song. Primes. I don't know what I'm looking at, man. When I look at my data set, yeah, that shit look different, man. Yeah, those are the 3 earthquakes I'm seeing there. Yeah. We're talking about an 8.1. We're talking about that was in 1966. Then the next one is 1968, and that's an 8.3. Don't know what that means. Then we had the next one in 74 that was 8.1. So these are the typical earthquakes that represent the series with respect to primes. Now, I'm not quite sure what I can derive from that, but prime numbers, I suppose, because I'm dealing with the years themselves, yeah, I could tell you which years, when you talk with them, they add up to a prime number, and it's going to be the same in every 100-year period. But the 100-year period shifts, it changes, just moves across like that. That's how it is. I've done it across to 100, but I can have more data sets in that, so I haven't figured it out now. But this tune is bashing, man. I don't know how. Might go into a vibe. Prime numbers, I don't know. Dear Lord, inspire me in this way. I never bring the Lord into things like this. They say you shouldn't really use the Lord's name in vain. Only if you're in trouble and you really need help and your soul's about to get taken away, that's when you draw for the Lord. Yeah, the Lord's name is sacred, and it's a sacred sound that you make. Yeah, the sound makes itself because it's a sacred and it's divine. The sound itself, the word, yeah, is divine. So you don't mention that one day until you really need the Most High. Yeah. So in things like this, it's just freestyling. I don't know if a prophecy comes. I don't know where I stand on the whole idea of prophesizing or prophesying. My English is too bad. Prophesying for me is like prediction. I don't know if it's a good idea, bad idea, but many people have different opinions. Yeah, my opinion is if you're given a gift from the Most High, then you're gonna need guidance. So that's why I appeal to Christ. Christ helped me out when I realized that I'm not like next man. Yo, I got divine power inside and I don't know how to use that one. So Christ was guiding me, and he told us one time, he said, "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Forgive us our sins. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses." Remember, he said that one time. Yeah. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory are yours forever and ever. Amen. Yo, I need to remember that prayer. I said in the wrong, what do you call it? Wrong order in terms of the bars and the vibes. Yeah. The bars are spot different, and you have to spit it that way. Anyway, let me move on. I'm stuck on the Lord's Prayer. I should hold it up on Google so I can read it out for you, all of you, to hear. Back to the track. Yeah, about the divine powers that you have inside. The ability to prophesy and see what's coming next before the next man can. Yeah, you have to utilize that and maybe help out mankind. But helping these days comes with all kinds of danger attached. Most people don't want you to help other people out. You also have to consider what the Most High is doing when you're helping people. Yeah, if he wants to kill them, then they're evil. You can't stand in the way of the Most High when he's acting. So you have to be discerning when you help them. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I do get a power, this is modern day prophecies and esoterics. If I do get a divine power to see prophecies, then I have to mind myself, because like some people don't need to be helped because they need punishing. Like only when I see the Lord punishing you would I look and turn the other way. But if it's a man, I'll try to help. Now, in my view, I've read the Bible and I've read Revelations, and I kind of think that the Almighty will be acting quite prominently around these times, because like everybody's become reprobate and iniquitous, and he told us when you do them once, he will slap you up. So I think I know how to spot when it's the Almighty that's slapping people. That would involve things that are unplanned by human mind. We're talking about earthquakes, solar flares, and we're talking about volcanoes. So anything like that, then that's the Most High punching you up. Yeah, he punches me up as well. That's what the solar flares are about. Yeah, because your software existence, that is your mind, and software depends on the hardware. Just imagine a computer is busy running rhymes and runtime and shit. Yeah, then one of its bits flip, and it flips the other way. It's gonna keep running itself, but it's gonna have a glitch in it every time it reaches somewhere. So that's how your mind is. Yeah, your body produces your mind. Your body protects your mind for you to detect it. The way your mind is detected, we don't want to really figure that out, because like it's like a wave function, and if you know that, it will collapse. You will collapse. Your mind is what will collapse. It's a projection. If you don't want your mind to collapse, stop seeing too much of it. Like I was rhyming, but I had to check myself. I don't want to reveal too much. I'm spitting bars, so I should keep it lyrical and entertaining. Yeah, I'm a bit of a cynical, so I don't know. I'm all kinds of ways. I've lost my way. No, I never lost my way. I left the church, but I never left Christ, so I'm still walking the right path. I'm still heading to the Most High, and trying my best at that. So you can never be perfect. You're gonna be a bit off. From left to right. Anyway, depends on which way you're looking at it. If I'm looking at you square on, then you're left to right. If I'm looking at you from the other side, you're gonna be right to left. Look, let me get back to it. Yeah. So in terms of whether I should see what's gonna be a prophecy, I've weighed it up in this song. So I think I should look. What do you think? Yes, let me look. So I'm looking at that value there, yeah, and I'm seeing like all the prime numbers match up. Yeah. Let me look at the column so I can really show you what I've got now. Now we're talking about the magnitude primes. Those are the magnitude primes, but this is the years primes. I don't know if I got the right one. The years also prime out, and they'll do the same prime every time you look at them. It's like it's the same years, isn't it? Now if you look at where that number came up, where was it? Right, let's go here. Those numbers turned up there. Those are primes, yeah. 66 and 68, they were primes, yeah. The magnitude of the, no, actually 66 corresponds to 61, which is a prime, yeah. 61, that's 1961, add them together is 17. 17 is a prime. Yeah, so that's a prime. Yeah, 61, 60 is a prime. Now, if you look at the years and just ignore the magnitude ones for now. Yeah. 25 was the normalized one was corresponding to 2013, yeah, in the actual ones. And 2014 was corresponding therefore to 2026, which is this one. I'm trying to develop the art of prophecy, but for me it's prediction. But I'm not really looking at data like you would do in scientific terms. So I'm looking at data like you would do in spiritual terms. This is gematria, some kind of numerology that I'm developing now. So I'm making it up as I go along, and you're part of the whole set, seeing what it's developing into. It's a bit of fun. That's why I don't think that I should keep it from people. Hold on. So 2013 is what you would call 2025, and the highest earthquake there was an 8.3 in Russia. But what really happened in 2025? In 2025, yeah, remember that year, 2013. In 2025, it was an 8.8 that happened in Russia. That was the highest earthquake that happened last year, and it was in July. It was in Kamchatka, yeah, somewhere like that. But this one here is in the Okhotsk. Them one they're hard, you know, but and they happened in May, and this one happened in July. So 2013 was at 8.3, and 2025, the actual 2025 was at 8.8. So there's a difference of 0.05, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, hold on. 8.3. 0.5 is a difference in that. 5 is also the prime. That was 17, and 5 is the prime. Yeah. And that was the 2013 that corresponds to 25, yeah. But 25 was no prime. 24 was therefore 2012, right? Let's see if there's a link between that 24 and 2012. 8.6 was the highest that year in Indonesia, and 24, the real one, was 7.5, but that was a prime. And the difference between that is 1.3. 1.3 is 13, but if you multiply by 10, and that's also a prime. I can't see nothing. So if I was living in 2024 and I looked at this then, and I would have seen 2012 corresponding to that, how would I have guessed 2025? That's what I'm asking myself now. And I can't see that. 2024, what kind of prime? 2012, what kind of prime is that? It sounds like a 9 to me. 2012, that's a 5. Oh crap. Where have I seen that 5 before? 5 was the last prime before 2025. 5, if you divide by 10, is 0.5. The difference between the earthquake in 2013, which is corresponding to 2025, was 0.5. Is that something? Can I use that as something to predict the future? Because like this is not scientifically being analyzed. I'm analyzing in such a way which is like numerology, and that's not really scientific, that's pseudoscience. No one really can make any sense of that. It's more like a wave function. Any truth can work, yeah? Anything you believe is right, it's that. That's how gematria works. You got your own, not gematria, I don't know what that is, but I know numerology, yeah? It's kind of like one of the tools that they use in that. I should stop using the term gematria because like people put that in my vocabulary for me watching numerologists using them ones. But let me stick to what we know it as scientifically, if you like. It's called numerology. That's when you look at numbers and see patterns where people see that. Yeah, patterns are down to pareidolia and synchronicity, so it's not really scientific fact what I'm figuring out now. That's why I use the term prophesying rather than prediction, because prediction will need actual factual data. I got factual data, but I'm not really dealing with direct. I'm dealing with it in an indirect way. Yeah, I don't know how to. I keep switching from science to music, and sometimes it hits right, and other times it just sounds a bit off, and I don't know why. So I'm trying to predict the next one. So in the 2012, yeah, was more like when I tell you what 2024 looks like, yeah, and it was a prime. So if the year previous to it is a prime, then the next one is gonna be like the year equivalent to it, yeah. I'm making up an equation now, like the year equivalent to it, yeah. You know, where you get the total of the digits and divide by 10, yeah, and then you add it to the one that is equivalent to. I just made up an equation now, but I don't think it works. Yeah, if I was to write that down, it would sound mad. Yeah, let me see if I can write it down and see how. So what I was saying in my head was this, yeah. If you take the what is it? Nah, I said all that. I'll rewind it back because that equation is gonna have many parts, and writing it down is just fucked up. So you have let's say you have the equivalent current year, right? From that, which is prime, yeah. How do I say it? So equivalent current year that is prime, yeah, will give you the current year. The current year. But on its way to giving you the current year magnitude, yeah. Yeah, so the magnitude of the equivalent massive equivalent current year prime, yeah, will give you no, with that one, so you have the equivalent, the magnitude of the equivalent current year but one prime. Yeah, the magnitude of that, which is 0.5, yeah. I'm going to do the 0.5. I took the 2012 and the magnitude total, yeah, of that year, magnitude total, yeah, magnitude total, and that's magnitude, right? Yeah, so the magnitude, yeah, the equivalent current year but 1, which is a prime. That magnitude, the magnitude total of that, right? This is going on a bit too long. I know what I'm doing. So the magnitude total of that, yeah. If you take that one, divide into 10. I'm trying to write down what I said, but it's fucking taking me too long now. Yeah, let me just make up stuff. If you divide that into 10, and you add it, yeah. If you add it to the magnitude just the magnitude of the equivalent current year current year, yeah. Or is it minus? Yeah, add that, you get that, right? You get that, the current year magnitude. So if I was in 2012, yeah. If I was in 2025, yeah, and I wanted to find out what the magnitude is gonna be for that earthquake there, yeah, I will look at the equivalent for that year, which is 2013. Double check that time. That's equivalent magnitude for 2013 is 8.3, yeah, and then the magnitude total equivalent of the year but 1, which is 2012. What is it? Oh shit, man, done it wrong. Oh no, either. No, that's straight up. Yeah. So that would be 2012. Oh. Nah. That's only if that's a prime, yeah. Just, oh shit, it's kind of close to it, yeah. Okay, if you add them together, magnitude total, that's 14. Oh no, is it 14? How is that? Oh no, the years, it's a 5. No, that's not magnitude. Year total, that's the year total, yeah. Bear with me. So the year total, yeah, is a 5. If you divide that by 10, it's 0.5. And the magnitude of the equivalent current year, if you minus that, I'm doing it the other way around. Yeah. So if you get the magnitude of the equivalent current year, which would have been 2013, that's 8.3. Oh, and add. Shit, it's an add. And if you add, yeah. So this epiphany, so I have to do it now because otherwise I won't get it. Yeah. If you add the year total of that divided into that, divided into 10, will give you 2025. Yeah, if you was in 24. Yeah. So let me just put that. If I was in 25. Yeah. I have to remember that later because I'm going to develop something. So I have to do it when you're watching on this tune. So I've even developed an equation, yeah, to predict earthquakes based on the prime series. So, but that only works if if the previous current year total is a prime, yeah. If it's a prime, yeah. Shit, I haven't checked something. I know you're gonna tell me I haven't checked something else, right? No, that's not prime. That's not prime. That's not a prime. That's 8. That's 9. Yeah, but anyway, that's an equation I'm gonna use now to try and predict try and predict. That's a more of a heuristic algorithm. Of course, I'm gonna get deeper with it and develop a mathematical model and a computer one. Like, yeah. So, but you see how it's done, yeah. I don't really summon demons to help me get predictions. Yeah, I use the God-given wisdom. Yeah, my God-given wisdom. He gave me wisdom to know bullshit from reason. Yeah, so that's what I use. So it's using my wisdom to see the future. Do you call that prediction or do you call it prophecy? Yeah, because if I freestyle with it and this is part of my nature, so we don't know. If I freestyle with it and I'm not really doing it consciously, doesn't that count as prophecy? I don't know. Is it just me tuning myself up to be more likely to guess right academically? Yeah, it's an intelligent guess or an academic guess, an educated guess, I think they called it. Yeah, yeah, it's an educated guess, borderline prophecy. We don't know. We don't know, because like when a prophet comes, that's somebody who is in tune with the Most High. That's somebody who spends his time, most of his hours, talking to the Most High. So he's priming himself to be more in tune with what the Most High is doing. But I suppose priming yourself. But anyway, that's the heuristic. Can you imagine? You're lucky, you know. Yeah, you got a scientist who can do reason, yeah, and even give you a heuristic algorithm of how to predict earthquakes now. Yeah, you can thank me later. I'm not even sure it works, but take it with a grain or a pinch of salt, because like I don't want anybody to change their life or go and sell off shit because I predicted a great earthquake. I'm not even gonna look at it to predict which one I got. I don't know if you lot might have been nice to me this week, so I might end up putting that in an equation and doing you a next song. Yeah, doing your next song to see maybe future ones. Maybe I'll do a next song and just see, well, like I said, future earthquakes, and I'll do 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and I'll tell you which years they're gonna happen in. But you got the heuristic algorithm, so I hope you understand it now, because I'm gonna be using that, and you're welcome for me showing you that. Enjoy the track. Yeah, next time it breaks, I'll stop the video right there, and I hope you listen to it. It's not as nice as the other one. Enjoy that though.